From hawking puff puff on the dusty streets of Mamu village, to becoming the chief chef at the government house in Osun State, Nigeria, this is Linda's unbelievable journey of pain, betrayal, and a miracle that changed her life forever. In the small village of Mamu in Osun State, lived a young girl named Linda. She was a beautiful Yoruba girl, light in complexion, with humble eyes and fancy beads tied secretly around her slim waist. From childhood, sorrow clung to her life like dust on a village road. Her father had died when she was still very small, leaving her under the care of her mother, Simi. But Simi was a woman whose heart had turned cold. Instead of showing love to her only daughter, she remarried another man, bore 2 children for him, and left Linda to fend for herself. Linda grew up knowing labor, hunger, and pain. She cut grasses in people's compounds, fetched water from streams, and worked on farms just to earn little food. At night, she cried silently at the back of the house, asking God if Simi was truly her real mother. Why does she treat me this way? Why can't she love me? Her half-siblings mocked her at every opportunity, laughing when she struggled with chores while their mother watched in silence. The more the villagers admired Linda for her beauty and humility, the more her mother's heart burned with envy. Simi often told her, "No matter how much you work, I will never allow you to finish school. I will soon marry you out so you can leave my house." But Linda's heart was strong. She begged, she cried, yet she never gave up on her dream to finish school. She was one of the best students in her class, always among the top 3. Sometimes teachers gave her small scholarships, but she hid them from her mother to avoid trouble. One day, Linda fell sick. Fever consumed her body, but her mother refused to buy medicine. Instead, she collected the little money Linda had saved and left her lying weak on the floor. It was her stepfather, Mr. John, who eventually took pity and carried her to the health center. Linda was healed, and with a grateful heart she thanked him. But behind his kindness hid a dark desire. Later, he began to demand things that no true father should ever demand from a child. Linda begged him in tears, "You are like a father to me, please don't do this," but he kept troubling her. One afternoon, Linda returned from labor, too tired to even lift her head. She laid down on the floor to rest. While her siblings played outside, Mr. John came in. His eyes were unclean, his steps heavy. He tried to force himself on her, but Linda struggled, crying for help. Suddenly, her half-brother entered the room. Shocked, the boy shouted. Mr. John quickly jumped away, pretending nothing had happened, and hurried out. When the boy reported to his mother what he had seen, Simi's reaction was cruel. Instead of protecting Linda, she beat her with broomsticks, screaming, "You want to snatch my husband from me? You shameless girl, you must leave my house today." That night, Linda was thrown out. Alone, hungry, and afraid, she walked through the dark paths of Mamu village. At first, she thought of sleeping at the community hall, but fear gripped her. What if street men harmed her? Then she remembered her mother's sister, Auntie Bissy, a lonely woman often mocked as unfortunate because her husband left abroad and never returned, and she often gives her gift anytime she came visiting. Linda gathered her courage and walked to Auntie Bissy's house, knocking at the door until her aunt appeared, shocked to see her in the middle of the night. Trembling, Linda explained all she had suffered. Tears filled Auntie's eyes. She embraced her and whispered, "Don't cry again, my child. God will provide for both of us." Life with Auntie Bissy was not easy. The woman survived by frying puff puff to sell in the village. Linda managed to earn a diploma degree in home economics from one of the state-owned higher college, and despite her diploma in home economics, she could not find any job. Instead of complaining, she joined Auntie Bissy puff puff business. Day after day, she carried trays of puff puff on her head, moving from street to street. People mocked her. Some of her old school friends laughed, asking, "So after all your brilliance, you ended up selling puff puff?" But Linda smiled and pressed on. She knew dignity was in labor, no matter how small. Then one unforgettable day, fortune came walking down the streets of Mamu. The governor of Osun State, Mr. Adelek, who is known as a dancing governor, was on a state visit. His convoy stopped as the villagers hailed him with joy. Linda was among the crowd, her tray of puff puff balanced on her head, smiling shyly as she waved. The governor's eyes caught her. There was something about her smile, her determination, the pride with which she carried her simple tray of puff puff. He asked his security to bring her closer. Linda's heart pounded as she stepped forward. The governor told her to share all her puff puff with the crowd, promising to pay her more than double. With trembling hands but a grateful heart, Linda obeyed. The people cheered as they ate. Then the governor asked her, "Young lady, are you educated?" She nodded. "Yes, sir, I have a diploma in home economics." The governor was surprised. A diploma holder hawking puff puff. He was moved by her story, her determination to survive. Right there, he declared, "From tomorrow, you will work at the government house as the chief chef. No more hawking for you." He gave her money to prepare herself for the new role. Tears of joy rolled down Linda's cheeks. She bowed, thanking him over and over again. That day she ran home to tell Auntie Bissy. Both of them hugged tightly, singing praises to God, dancing around the small room. The whole village soon heard the news, and Linda's name spread like wildfire. When Simi, her mother, heard what had happened, her heart shook. She sent people to beg Linda on her behalf, promising to be a good mother from now on. But the question remained heavy in Linda's chest. Should she forgive the woman who had caused her so much pain? Should she welcome her mother back after being cast away like a stranger? Life teaches us that nothing is too small to start with. Linda's tray of puff puff became the ladder to her palace of blessings. Her story reminds us that God is always watching, and when the time is right, He unlocks the door of favor. But whether she should allow her mother back into her life, that decision rests with Linda, and with the heart that has endured fire yet refused to turn to ashes. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more touching true life story.